if you've clicked on this video. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a Get Ready With Me virtual date night edition. As you must know, most of the world is on lockdown right now. I'm in the UK, so we're on our 4th week of lockdown. They've just extended for another 3 weeks. So that sadly means that I don't get to see my boyfriend. So we obviously text all the time, we call all the time, but we also try and do like long FaceTimes, and this Netflix party has come about, so you can watch Netflix at the same time. So we're going to do that. We did it the other week and it felt very nice. So yeah, I thought make it as real as possible. Got up, did my makeup, did my hair. I'm just wearing a jumper. So I'm not going to get dressed, but yeah. So guys, I'm going to do a voiceover because I couldn't fit the hair section of this video in. So I'm prepping my skin with Morphe Setting Mist. And now I'm doing my brows. I'm using the Anastasia Dip Brow in Soft Brown. So I'm using my spoolie to shape my eyebrows. And then I'm going underneath and following the natural shape of my brows, just extending it slightly. Yeah. And then I go on top, and again, just follow my natural shape, and then I fill it in. So now I'm using Tarte Shape Tape in Fair Neutral to prep my eyelids, and I'm setting that with my powder, which I will tell you about later. Hope you can't hear my Mac starting to overheat. It's going to get real loud in a second. Okay, so the eyeshadow palette that I'm using is the Urban Decay Naked Honey palette. There you go, here's a little clip of it. So I'm starting with the JH30 brush and the colour Swarm, and I'm using that as a transition shade. Just a light wash of colour all over the lid just to get the look started. All the brushes are going to be Jacqueline Morphe, just to let you know. See, I'm just blending this out, light wash of colour. So next I'm taking the JH32 and the shade Keeper, and this is just a bit of a deeper shade. So I'm just doing the same thing really, just a bit more precise, just to deepen the look up. And then taking the original brush in a second, just to blend them together. Okay, so the next brush I'm taking is the JH35 and the shade Hive, that rhymes. And this is a deeper shade again, but this is going really into the crease now. Obviously I'm going to blend it so it doesn't look silly, no harsh lines, but I want that colour to stick in the crease. And I also slightly put it on the outer corner. At this point I wasn't really sure where this look was going. So yeah, but it does fit into a halo eye, just to let you know. And blend it with the original brushes by here. Okay, so next is JH34 and the colour Drip. And there we go. This is where I go on the outer corner, and then on the inner corner, and begin the halo eye. And then I blend through the crease and blend that together, and use some of the older brushes to blend all the colours together. You know the drill. Blend, blend, blend. So it doesn't look as blended on here, which is annoying, but it was. So just keep going back and forth with the different brushes and the different shades just to make sure. Blend, 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 swap, swap, swap. Okay, so now I'm going in with JH41 and the colour HBIC, which is a shimmery shade. Now, Urban Decay palettes have improved now, but the shimmers still aren't the best. Like, it just doesn't pop enough for me. So I did wet the brush to give it that little pop. But also, I use like a tapping method and just keep packing it on rather than swiping, because that seems to take away the pigment. And then here I'm just keep packing on the shimmer, and then I'm going back in with the matte colours and the brushes just to blend the shimmer and the mattes, and then just keep going back and forth, basically blending the colours, making sure the shimmer is still popping, basically. So yeah. And here, I'm not sure what this brush is, but I was just going back in with that shade Drip, just more in the inner corner to make it darker. Okay, so now moving on to the face. So I've wiped away the under eye and just set my face again. So for foundation, I'm using the Born This Way foundation in the shade Snow, along with my Tarte Blenderful, Tarte Beauty. And the way I do this is pump it onto the Blenderful and swipe first, and then just keep tapping basically until I'm happy with it. The swipe and tap method works the best for this, because when I first used it and just went in with tapping, it just didn't look great. So I would advise this. And this is a really great tool to use, like in all the nooks and crannies, around the nose, around the brows, if you struggle with doing that with brushes and blenders. Okay, so it's not really contour, it's more just cream bronzer. I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape in the colour Medium Tan Neutral, or Medium Tan, not sure what it is. Just put in 3 dots on the forehead and like a little swipe on the side. The brush, again, I'm not sure what this is, but I will insert a little note. And I'm just tapping this in to start. So I'm just continuing to tap it in on the forehead, brushing it into the hairline, and just keep going back and forth. Now with the cheekbones, you want to blend up, you don't want to blend down, because that sort of goes against the point of contouring, and it'll drag your face down basically. So yeah, here I'm just doing a lot of tapping and swiping, blending. Yeah, it's looking very dark and very crazy right now, but it does get there in the end. You just got to trust and be patient. So now I'm going back in with my Tarte Shape Tape concealer, which was Fair Neutral, and just going on the highlight. Just going on the highlighted areas, sorry, that's what I meant. I did start with the Tarte Blenderful, but I actually went back in with my Morphe sponge, just because it wasn't giving me what I wanted. So just went in with that, and then with the excess concealer, I was just going into that cream bronzer, which made it look more natural and less crazy. So for powder, I am using the RCMA translucent powder with the Blendful again. The Blendful is really great for powder. I find it's the best tool because it just proper sets it and makes it like flawless, really. So just going over everything. So for bronzer, I'm taking the JH02 brush and using the Makeup Forever Pro Bronze Fusion. Now I'm not sure what the colour is, I'm afraid, because it's wiped off and my local Makeup Forever store in Debenhams has gone. So I actually don't know. But this is a really great bronzer. And also the brush is amazing for bronzer. It gets it done so quickly and just melts into your skin, I find. Okay, so for blush, I am taking JH07 and Milani Luminosa, which is like a pink shimmery, not shimmery, but like, can't think of the word, but basically gives you a little glow. And what I do with the blush, which I think Nikki Tutorials taught me, is just blending it into the bronzer all the way up. It just makes it look nice. I don't know. It just, since I've been doing this, it does make a difference. So for highlights, JH09 and MAC Oh Darling. So on the tip of the nose, the Cupid's bow, obviously the cheekbones, and then I did take a bit on top of the brows and on the bridge of my nose, which I don't always do, but I just thought I would today. So for mascara, I'm using Benefit Roller Lash, which is my favourite because it really lengthens the lashes, and I can use it on the bottom lashes. So that's all my makeup. Okay, so my camera actually died when I was finishing my makeup, which is why you can't see me finishing the lashes. And my lipstick is MAC Ruby Woo, the best red. So I'm now going on to curling my hair. I use the Mark Hill one, so the one that's slightly curved. So I begin by splitting my hair in half, bringing it to the front, and then putting up about 3/4. Putting it up so I can see the underneath. And then I take section by section. I usually go from like the furthest away piece so that I can flick it at the back of my head and it's not getting in my way. And the curl, I curl it away from my head. I know some people do some away, some towards, but I think it looks best all away. And then I hold it. It depends how big the piece is, when I've washed my hair, etc, etc. But typically just do like 20 seconds and see what it's like. As you can see, I'm like flicking the pieces back. Okay guys, I hope you enjoy my singing for the next 5 minutes. I was having a proper vibe. But I can't play it because I get copyrighted. So enjoy my Chickman singing. So, this is the final look with the curled hair and the makeup. Now, in the viewfinder, the little flip up thing, it looks fine. So I hope when I put this on my laptop it'll look okay. But yeah, So thank you for watching. If you've clicked on this video, if you've watched this far, thank you. Give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and thank you. Bye.